The prophet Elijah brought bad news to Ahab, the ruler of Israel. King Ahab and his people had refused to repent of their evil ways, so God was going to send a famine. The words of the prophet made King Ahab and his wicked queen Jezebel very angry, and they sought to kill Elijah. Elijah fled to a small stream of water where God miraculously provided for him. When the stream dried up, God said to the prophet, "Go to the town of Zarephath. You will meet a woman there who no longer has a husband to provide for her, and she is very poor, but she will give you food and drink." When Elijah arrived, he saw the poor widow off in the distance gathering sticks for a fire. He called to her, "Please, may I have a cup of water?" She clearly had her own troubles, but she stopped what she was doing to get him a drink. As she walked away, he called to her, "May I also have a piece of bread?" It was then that she revealed to him the pain behind her tired and grief-stricken countenance. "As your God lives," she said, "the famine has been hard on us, and I have none to give you. I only have a handful of flour and a little oil in a jar. I am gathering these sticks so I can make a fire to prepare one last loaf. My son and I will eat it, and after that we will together die of hunger." Elijah had compassion on the widow and her son. He said to the woman, "Don't be afraid. Go and make your last cake, but give it to me. After that, make one for you and your son. If you do as I say, God will reward your faith, and your flour and oil will not run out until after the famine is lifted and the land is blessed with rain." The widow believed Elijah and did exactly what he asked her to do. Just as he said, the oil and the flour did not run out and sustained them to the end of the famine. But alas, their lives took a tragic turn. Her precious son got very sick, so sick that he died. In grief and frustration, she turned on Elijah and said, "What have I to do with you, O man of God? Are you here to remind me of my sin and take my precious son's life as punishment?" Overtaken with grief, Elijah said to the widow, "Give me your son." He took the lifeless body of the boy up to the room where he was staying and laid him on the bed. He cried to God, "Why have you taken this woman's son? She has been so kind to me." 3 times he stretched his body over the boy and called out to God persistently, "Please, let this boy live again." And God heard Elijah's prayer, and the most amazing miracle happened. The young boy came back to life. Elijah carried him back to his mother and said to her, "Your boy lives." Her sorrow was turned to joy as she looked into the eyes of her precious son. She exclaimed, "Now I know for sure that you are a man of God, and the words God puts in your mouth are true."